Hey guys, how's it going? Today is January 2nd and I'm in a new area of North Georgia that I've never explored, looking for some of our small plethodonid salamanders. Today I am hoping to encounter Webster's and redback salamanders living side by side on this isolated mountain in North Georgia. Well, this probably won't make for the most exciting video. I do have some slightly exciting news about the future. After today, I'm going straight to North Carolina to do a little bit of herping and hanging out with friends. And then after that, I'm going to Florida. And after that, I'm going on a week or two road trip with one of my buddies, trying to knock out as many amphibian lifers as we possibly can. So the schedule is pretty packed, so I'm taking it kind of easy for the first couple of days of the year. And hopefully I can find some stuff and make a decently entertaining video for you guys. But in the event that I don't see much today, I have a very busy couple of weeks ahead of me, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to make some pretty good videos for you guys to start off the new year. Alright guys, so after only a few minutes of turning rocks, I managed to turn up two little Webster salamanders. This one right here in the back is a juvenile, and this guy up front is an adult. But you can tell these apart from the redback salamander largely because of their more jagged pattern and how it fades as you get towards the head. Alright guys, here's another Webster salamander. This guy is even more textbook. You can see that carrot tail that just turns. As you can see, this guy's carrot tail fades out and pretty much not even having a stripe, whereas with the redback salamander, you'll see a stripe that goes all the way down the body. Alright guys, here's another Webster salamander in situ under this log. All the other ones have been under big rocks that I haven't been able to get in situ footage of, but just to show you what it's like when I find one, the scenario here. It is currently pissing on me now, as usual. So I might get too wet here soon and have to call it, but I'm gonna keep trying for that redback. It's January 2nd, 2020. I'm colder than I've ever been and miles from my car. All right, everyone. My little expedition yesterday did not go quite as planned, largely due to how much rain we had. But today, this might look kind of unfamiliar to you guys because I am in North Carolina, and I'm gonna see what all I can turn up. This is an interesting area I've never spent much time in, and there's some amphibian species here that I'd really like to see. So I'm gonna dig around in this creek and see what I can turn up. Alright guys, first find of the day. I think this is a little two-line salamander. I flipped him under a rock, but honestly, these larval salamanders beat me. There are water dogs in this area, I think, but I don't think this is one. I think this is a little two-line. Anyways, it's under one of these flat rocks here on the edge of the stream, but I'm going to put him back in the water and keep looking. As much fun as it is to go new places like this, it's always hard to get started, get your feet off the ground, because you don't really know where to go. So you got to find somewhere that looks good and somewhere that actually has stuff. And then you have to figure out how to find it. And it's a complicated formula to having success in areas that you don't live or know about, really. I pretty much just randomly found these spots on Google Earth, and I'm hoping that they are as good in person as they look on the map. This one isn't. I'm sure it could be good for snakes and turtles during the summertime, but right now it seems pretty dead aside from those larval salamanders. So I'm gonna go try another spot and see if it's any better. Well, the next spot's off to a good start with a random cemetery in the woods. Oh my. And the weather is a little bit creepy too. Well, I guess it's just gonna rain on me for the third day in a row. This is fine. It is readily apparent that there is everyone's favorite reptile, as one viewer noted, the beaver hanging out in this forest. If we're lucky, we might get a glimpse of him, since there are evidently no reptiles or amphibians here. Look at that. He's really been going at it. See? Nothing. No reptiles, no amphibians, just beaver. This place is looking like the type of place, there's a great blue heron, that I would like to come back in the springtime and look for king snakes at. Look at this. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but right there is a turtle. I have no idea what kind. I tried to walk out to it, but the mud is like 6 feet deep. I immediately sank up to my knees. I'm hoping he might wander closer to the edge and we can get him. But I mean, it's a herp. I was not expecting to get a turtle in hand today, but here we are. Look at this guy. Beautiful cooter. I have no idea. This thing looks like substantially different from the ones by my house, but beautiful turtle, obviously. Living in this retention pond too. Not really typical cooter habitat. Just out on a nice, cold, rainy winter day. That's pretty cool. That is my first reptile of the year. Look at those claws. Holy crap. That's cool. Ow. I want you to come out of your shell a little bit more so I can see that pretty face. Look at those hands. Jesus. Ow. All right, I'm gonna let this guy go. First reptile of 2020, I guess. All right, buddy. Well, first turtle and first reptile of 2020. Off he goes. Or he's just gonna run in circles. He doesn't like sticking his head out, I guess, because it's cold, but let's see what else we can find. So here's what'll be interesting. The first turtle of the decade. If that guy was out crawling around, I think it's probably likely that snapping turtles will be too, or other kinds of turtles. So that might not be the only turtle we see around this pond. There's a newt. Wow, look. You see him floating there? Look at that. That's so freaking cool. I was not expecting that. Look at him. I'm gonna get a couple pictures of him real quick. Oh man, I miss these guys. I love aquatic salamanders, and the aquatic stage of the newt is no exception. This guy is in full breeding mode. You can see by that paddle tail and his swollen cloaca right there. But freaking cool. I'm super excited to see this guy. I haven't seen any in Georgia yet this year, so this is the first one I've seen this year, and it's this big, beautiful adult male. I'm gonna get a couple quick photos of him and put him back in the water and get a little more footage of him for you guys in the water. All right, guys, annoyingly, the rain is picking up, so I'm going to release this guy. Let you guys see him swim off. But heck yeah, 2 decent finds here around this pond. Guys, so I walked over here because I saw this spring house, which is a notoriously good place to look for salamanders. I walked over here to it, I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, this looks perfect for what I'm hoping to see today. And I walked over, and this is something that I hadn't talked about in the video yet because I didn't really think it was even possible. And I walked over, flipped this log, and right there is my second ever eastern mud salamander. Well, this is the second time I've ever seen them. I think I saw 3 the day I saw my first one. Eastern mud salamander. One of my favorite salamanders, and one of the salamanders that I've had the hardest time finding anywhere. I am shaking, and I've not been this excited about a salamander in a long time. Look at that face. He went down that hole while I was trying to take pictures of him. Oh my God. I'm gonna see if I can find another one. Hopefully I can, because I didn't get any good video of that one for you, but it's pouring rain now. Well, it's not another mud salamander, but I flipped a pickerel frog. Kind of interesting. First one of these I've ever seen in North Carolina. Little skinny guy. Little baby 3-line salamander in situ under this log. So definitely a lot of diversity right here. I am getting soaked. All right, guys, sadly, I have not been able to find any more salamanders in that little area where the mud salamander was, and my gear is getting dangerously wet. So I think I'm gonna have to call it a day here. I'm really sorry that I did not get a better look at that mud salamander for you guys. I did get some good photos before I got away, so I'll put some photos in here for you guys to see since the video is gonna be kind of lacking, but I'm really excited about that guy. I mean, that makes me really happy. I'm hoping that the photos came out decent, but that's exactly what I was hoping to see coming to this spot. I knew there were some spring houses here, and wanted to see if I could turn one up. So yeah, that was a really great way to end the day. We did end up seeing a couple of herps, which was nice, and I should have enough content for a half entertaining video at this point, so I will try to get this up for you guys as soon as possible. And now I begin the soaked, cold, wet hike, however many miles back to my car. Whew. I think I might have mentioned something about being colder and wetter than ever on the day I found the Webster salamanders. I was definitely colder than ever that day, but I think today might be the wettest I've ever been. That doesn't sound right. I'm walking back past this pond again, seeing if there's any newts. And the more I keep walking, the weirder it gets that I saw exactly one newt. Really strange. If my camera equipment survives all this and the rest of winter, it'll be a miracle. Everything I own is soaked. My backpack is just, it's soaked. Anyways, I might end up putting another day in here. It just depends on how the footage looks when I get it on the computer. But if I do end the video here, thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope this was a decent start for 2020. And I'm hoping it'll go up from here because the next video I will be coming to you guys from Florida. So, stay tuned.